Here's something that makes me super excited. It's a third-party product done by Transform Element that they had on display at one of the conventions that just passed about a week and a half ago. They had two products there. One of them is really cool. One of them is very important in the grand scheme of things. Transform Element had a Blackarachnia and a Rattrap on display. The Rattrap specifically and the Blackarachnia specifically based off of their pre-Transmetal designs, season 1, if you will.
Yeah.
Now the Rattrap looks spectacular. We'll just start with him first, and then we'll unload on the Blackarachnia like crazy. But the Rattrap looks really good. Great articulation. Does a lot more than what the original toy does. And at the same time, this is a resin proto, but at the same time also looks even a little better than what the Generations one was. Because the Generation ones was good too, but it still wasn't 100% show accurate. So this is really...
But it was close enough, comparatively.
Well, a lot of people, they always pose it with the Masterpiece Optimus Primal because it's about as close as it's going to get at the time. I'm like turning my head right now just to look at it. And it's like, it's there, but it's not 100% there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the big thing from this showing is the Blackarachnia. Now, up to this point, when it came to Blackarachnia toys and accuracy to her Beast Wars CG show, depiction, we had the original toy, which was just a repaint of Tarantulas. So you had Tarantulas' design painted over to become a purple and green Blackarachnia, which didn't look like how she did in the show.
Yeah, didn't look like a Black Widow.
Yeah. As time progressed, Japan would do the Telemocha version. They'd slap a whole bunch of paint again on that Tarantulas design. Now it had the golds. Still really wasn't the Blackarachnia design. And then we would jump through hoops and everything, and in the end they would take the animated Blackarachnia mold, retool that, put it in Sakamoto's Transformer Legends line, and we had, at the time, what was the closest depiction of Blackarachnia in her, Beast Wars design.
The definitive one, basically.
Yeah. And that's the one right now I kind of have posed with my other modern Beast Wars toys and my Masterpiece ones. But it looks like that might change now. This Blackarachnia, what makes me happy about it is that it shows that you could have the animation model and still have the alt mode, and it could all work. There's always been the fear with Blackarachnia that because of her origins, Blackarachnia was, oh hey, we got to have another character on the show. So why don't we just like what they did with Tigertron the Cheetor, why don't we just take one of our animation models, tweak it up a bit, and make a new character, and not worry too much if a toy could be a reality from it. So, Black Widows have that big thorax butt at the back, but Blackarachnia transformed into this thin, slender with big breasts kind of female design. It really wasn't a reality for toys. Like the toy
at that time,
especially at that time. And at that time, they had no problem just, like I said, repainting Tarantulas and calling it a day. Same thing with Cheetor. Cheetor was Tigertron was a retool of Cheetor, but they had no problem just taking the cheetah body and just repainting it straight up, and that's it. At the end of the day, no head. And
then I think K9 and Wolfang.
K9 Wolfang actually did get a retool though. They actually retooled between the two. But that was late. It's funny, like that one got the retool, but like Waspinator and Buzzsaw, Blackarachnia, like those ones didn't get retools at all, which is kind of funny. All the show characters, with the exception of Buzzsaw's connection, didn't get any efforts. But anyways, that's a whole other story. Point being is this Blackarachnia here is spectacular. This is dead on to the character model. Now, some liberties had to be taken from what we could see, and there's some really good photos also if someone has it in hand. There's a little bit of, in order to achieve the arachnid mode properly with the big thorax, there's two sides to the kibble of the butt and the thorax that have to be removed, and what they become, I don't know, it looks like some kind of side weapons, I guess.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
We're not sure because they kind of just sit on the side. But what it does is ultimately in the end, by not having to worry about that thorax too much, you're able to have the whole back of the toy really be slender if you remove those two pieces and make the legs. And she looks like her animation model. It's dead on. I mean, it's spectacular how this looks, right down to her crossbow accessory. So this is really, really, really good. This is what, when we would talk about, oh, what would be the next masterpiece Beast Wars toy you would like to see? Well, there's what I want, and then there's what will probably happen. And what will probably happen is either like a Transmetal Megatron or a Transmetal Optimus Primal. But what I would want is something that would be a design that just never got its good due. And that would be a Blackarachnia or Pterosaur, characters that they got toys, but they just really weren't the animation model.
They were lacking.
Oh, yeah. And again, like personally me, like if Masterpiece could do Blackarachnia, that'd be great. But I mean, Transform Element here is pretty much showing Takara and Hasbro, hey, if you're going to do it, here's one way you could go about it. You know what I mean? And this looks amazing. I can't wait for the color images of this. And Transform Element has also been very affordable when it comes to third-party stuff. They're not the more expensive third-party guys. And this is like a go to TFCon. I'm hunting for this sale. Like, this is something I'm really excited about. I love Beast Wars, and again, only now do we're starting to see Beast Wars third-party stuff. We're finally falling into that groove where third parties going, okay, it's time to start focusing on other brands,
other series,
in the lore of Transformers. And Blackarachnia is a very good place to start, because that's something that everyone's Beast Wars collection desperately needs an update. Third-party companies don't need to tackle Cheetor. The Masterpiece just knocked it out of the park. They don't need to tackle Optimus Primal. But and same thing, even something like a Tigatron, I could kind of see Takara like throwing us a curveball and going, oh, we're going to retool Cheetor like crazy and give you Tigatron.
Make him chunky.
Yeah, exactly. So they went with a really smart move with Blackarachnia, because that's something that if you pick her up, she'll fit in your classic Beast Wars shelf. She'll fit in your Generations display. Or because she's also kind of a smaller character, and because the scale of how the Beast Wars masterpieces have been thus far, she could even fit in your Masterpiece display. So this is a great freaking figure. Like, I am just super stoked about this. What do you think?
I think it's pretty awesome, and keep it coming. The fact that we're getting a really, really good Blackarachnia makes me wonder if we might be getting something from Tommy, Takara, Hasbro.
That's a possibility.
Maybe that might be coming down the pike, because the last few times it's like, all right, we're gonna get a new MP Optimus Prime, and then all of a sudden two other third-party Optimus Primes show up.
Yeah,
it's like,
well, that's usually how it is we get third-party stuff revealed to us, and then within 3 to 6 months, Takara then shows their hand.
Yeah.
So it's something that, I mean, I'm kind of hoping that Takara does their own official one from some kind of shape or capacity. This could be, and it could be anything.
Yeah.
Because the way that I look at it is the cheat code to always finding out what Hasbro and Takara are up to is always look at what name licenses are going to expire.
Yeah.
And Blackarachnia is a name that hasn't been used in the past 2 years. So I could see now, granted, they might just, here's a Rescue Bots, and it has Blackarachnia on it, and that'll cover them for 3 years. So they might do something like that. But the flip side of it is, if you want to be an optimistic individual, is they might do something really cool with it. So it really depends. But this is great. This is super cool. Let us know what you think. Transform Element, man, you got my money, because this is what I've wanted for quite a while.